R&B money. We up. Tank. J Valentine. We are the authorities on all things R&B.
What up, it's your boy Tank.
And I'm J Valentine.
And this is the R&B Money Podcast, the authority on all things R&B. Sometimes we bring some special people in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That wanna live the R&B life.
Yeah, who live it.
Oh yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
His shades is on.
Yeah, in real life.
On the inside.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The pearls is around his neck.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It don't look expensive, but it's expensive. I know how the man get down.
Very.
No.
Make some noise. Here in the podcast, the R&B Money Podcast, we got my brother Steelo Brim in the building.
Yes,
Can I
sir.
clap for myself?
Come on,
Chicago's
Feels
on.
right.
Yeah.
It feels right.
You earned that.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank you for having me, man.
Come on, man. What your
I mean, you
who
came to
game
my
like right
podcast.
now?
I feel like it was only right. This is my brother right here. It was
Yeah,
only right that I came here.
Yeah, what your who game like right now?
Don't do that.
You do the same move.
The same movie. And you could never stop it.
You
That's
do the
crazy
same.
part.
You do the same. 1-2 cross back.
I might a little step back or something, you know.
To a
I ain't
jumper
been
to
hooping the
a
same.
jumper
My
to a
guy
pass.
wants to get his jumper off.
Huh?
My guy wants to get his jumper
No,
off.
he's gonna get his jump. He doesn't want to.
Yeah.
He's gonna shoot it.
Why else would I be here? Why else would I be here?
It's got like a double clutch in it.
I get
It might.
Yeah.
It might.
I get it. It depends on the defender. Yeah?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay.
You know.
Right.
When Kyrie was there, I was handing out buckets a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the name you're gonna throw. That's
As a name drop,
that's
but
the-
it felt real though. You know, when I was on the court, I was like, I belong out here. For sure.
I'm gonna take a listen. You
Why?
were on the floor with Kyrie. We're gonna take a drink of that.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a sip
I
of
don't know
that.
how they
man.
allowed that.
And you held
The Valentine's on the juice cleanse, man.
The Valentine's on the juice cleanse.
Yeah.
He's not going with us.
Yeah.
Being inappropriate to Dirk.
This is expensive for sure. This tastes really good.
So, Steelo, our pod, man, is very informative.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so we want to get your journey to this place that we call Hollywood.
Yeah.
This entertainment space
Yeah.
where you've done very well.
Yeah, you've done
For
really well
yourself.
for yourself, bro.
Thanks,
You know,
man.
very well for
Congratulations.
yourself.
Thank you.
Congratulations, player.
You sent out a picture to the bros of a $7 million house, and you just posed the question: should I get this?
Nah, I did not do
like
that.
very
Hey,
leisurely.
that's a
To the
floss.
bros. I
This-
did not do
That is a flaw.
Very leisurely though.
That
Should
never
I-
happened also.
Yeah.
Should
that's
I
a
get?
floss.
Yeah, okay. Should I get this one? You think this one's good enough? I don't know, Steelo. I don't know.
That's not how that happened.
Is this one gonna do what I think it needs to do?
But then you never came and even visited. You never pulled up on me at all. You told me to get the house and then never came over.
You haven't pulled up on me either. But we'll
I've been
go
here.
back to that. You came here when I wasn't here.
Yeah, I know, because you're the only person that don't invite me.
Question
I
your
got
motive.
invited by your wife.
It was my wife's part.
Yeah.
I'm question your
This
motive.
is wild.
My
He
motive.
said he wanted to be in R&B, right?
Man.
Not that kind of R&B. Not that kind of
Baby,
R&B.
what is going on in the sheets of my own home?
Not that kind of R&B.
Bro, take us from the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? So, is music, it's entertainment, all
Yep.
of these things part of the family?
Yeah.
Are you first generation? Let's go back to the Shy.
Yeah.
And pick up from the very beginning and get you here sitting in the seat.
Yeah,
the
for sure.
podcast seat.
I love that. Now I'm first generation for sure. You know, being from Chicago, being from the west side of Chicago, born and raised. My parents would always tell us that just because we were from somewhere didn't mean we had to be of that place. So I constantly told myself it was more. It was more out there. It was more out there. So after I got done with high school, I went to Morgan State for my freshman year. You know, shout out to Morgan State. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you going straight to high school. But,
What you mean? Y'all want to know what I did before high school?
No. I mean, because
I was wild.
it's a legendary movie
Oh,
that you
yeah,
just go. No, I'm not
that-
gonna let
don't
you
do
do this.
that.
I'm not. I am not.
That's not even.
I
I forget about this movie. I'm
No,
doing-
I didn't.
Okay. I'll go back.
I didn't
I'll go back.
because listen, there is a debate.
Yeah.
The debate is probably just me.
Yeah.
But
You amongst yourself.
yeah. If you a G baby or not.
Okay, that's only you. He's been the only person who's presented this to me nonstop, and I've told him nonstop. No,
My
I'm
guy
not.
was in Hardball.
I was in Hardball. I was in a movie Hardball when I was
It's a
12.
very classic movie, bro. You cannot
Cult
just
classic.
come on.
Right.
Come
Cult
on.
classic.
Yeah.
I was not in there as an actor. If I was, aspiring
So
to
you
be
wasn't G-Baby.
entertainment,
They
not at
didn't
all.
shoot you down in the project.
I was ranked in the state for baseball.
Okay.
So they brought me in. My school actually had auditions for the movie.
Okay.
So my principal during the summer called me. I'm thinking I'm in trouble during the summertime. She called me like, yo, you have an audition. I mean, it's an audition up here for a baseball movie.
Yeah.
I know you play baseball. I'm like, I'm going to pull up. I pull up. They love me. Hardball went through, yeah. And that's how I met Mike and all those dudes. But that was my first glimpse, I guess, of being in entertainment. But
Okay.
I never had really wanted to be like in front of the camera or like, that wasn't really what I was aspiring to do.
So is that why you didn't talk in the movie?
No, I didn't talk because I wasn't casted for that. That ain't why I was there. You know what I'm saying?
You had a
But
cool ass
I end
afro
up-
too.
I end up
You had a
getting
cool ass
paid.
fro.
I end up getting paid more than most of the actors though, because of Illinois state labor laws stated that if I work, I was on the main team. So if you work the same amount of time, you got paid the same amount. And then I didn't have an agent or a manager.
Oh, okay, so it's
So
all
I
to the
actually
pocket.
was being paid more.
Yeah.
than the
All
actor.
the- all-
And low key, they hated it. The kids who had auditioned for the movie had hated it. So like it was a weird energy. But me and
Niggas
Mike,
in there with full speaking parts.
full speaking parts,
getting
hella
paid, getting
lines.
paid.
I'm over here counting money in front of them. Y'all keep that up. No, but that was my first time being a part of the industry, a glimpse of the industry. I thought it was cool and things. You know what I'm saying? I always heard you have a big personality, you should do things, but I never really aspired for that. Speeding back up after high school, went to Morgan State, was there for a year, was like around music. There was a dude named
So were you playing baseball there or no?
no baseball.
Okay.
Was trying to play basketball.
Okay.
Wasn't really hooping like that either. Was more focused in music. Was seeing different things around me. I'm a hustler, a person that just always, my wake up in the morning, ADHD kicks in. I just want to hustle and do things and make things move. So for me, being at school, it was sitting still, and I was like, you know what? I could be helping people do different things. There was Brandon Hines, who was a singer at Howard.
Yeah.
I had linked up
dope.
with Troy Taylor, and I had told him, hey, dude, I want to actually A&R. That's my dream.
The GOAT.
I want to be an A&R. And
Yeah.
Troy, Troy wants to take you through TTU,
Oh yeah.
through all of this R&B university.
A lot of
Yeah.
training.
Yeah, a lot of training. I'm like, nigga, I want to work in business.
It's,
I'm not
no,
trying
but
to
it's
sing.
some, serious R&B shit going on
For
with
sure.
him, and like
Yeah.
it's not a game.
Not a game.
1,000%. Like,
Yeah.
no. Like, wanted to go
He
for
takes
real.
artist development, production, all that
I
very
would
seriously.
call him a mentor of mine. Like one of the dudes
Okay.
I still to this day I tell Troy, like, as much as we may bump heads as far as business, Troy taught me things I could never learn from anybody else within
Yeah.
the industry. So I respect him for sure. And I wanted to really like work in the space. So like for me, I wanted to show I was hungry and show him that. So I remember I ain't had that much money, but I had got these from Hardball, having a little money saved up from Hardball, and then also couldn't touch a certain amount until I was 18. So I had a little money saved up as well for that. Wanted to prove to him that I was a hustler to this. Had printed out all these flyers and different things and had really passed out all these Brandon Hines, MySpace, URL flyers for that on Morgan State's campus, on Towson's campus, then traveled to, it was going
Wow.
to different
Bro.
colleges around.
Yeah.
And Troy had hit me like, yo, I see a spike. And then what are you doing out there? I'm like, I had bought these. Like, don't spend your own money. But I love the hustle, I love tenacity. And like, for me, I was reading the book Make It Happen as well, which was Kevin Lau's book, who had only went to Morgan State for a semester. And I was already up for 2 semesters. I
you're
was
like,
already,
I'm
nigga,
out.
two
You gotta
times.
use-
I'm
I'm
out.
You just stayed a little too long.
So I'm like, yo, for what I want to do, and all the people I was like looking up to, were aspiring to be, like, they were doing music and didn't necessarily have a degree. I'm not saying people shouldn't get a degree, but they didn't necessarily have one. So for me, from Hardball, and me and Mike B. Jordan had became best friends. He was moving to LA full time. He was already like in and out of an apartment out here, but he was like, yo, I'm moving full time.
Yeah.
You should just ditch after your freshman year and come out here. I'm like, nigga, say less.
So he
influenced
influenced you to drop out.
me to drop out for
Wow.
sure.
So if this
Wow,
wouldn't have
Michael
worked out,
B.
this would be your fault, Mike.
Yeah,
Wow.
if it didn't
Mike.
work out for sure.
Continue.
To blame Mike.
Continue.
But yeah, it influenced me to drop out. I came out here for the first 6 months, didn't have no plan, didn't have no money, ended up having to move back home to Chicago because I could not afford it at all. Was
Yeah.
just trying to keep up, was really hustling, couch to couch, all that type of shit. And then when I made a little small plan back home in Chicago for myself so I can get back out here, got back out here and just hustled. Hustled when I was
So
first.
how old are you at this point?
When I first moved here, 19.
Okay.
Then when I like really started to like at least be able to provide for myself out here, maybe 21. Like my first 2 years out here, didn't have a car. Was like really like hustling, like just I would work a room and shit. People thought like I had more going on to me than I really did, but I definitely didn't.
No, but that's the thing too, right? Because we have these conversations about the grind and about because everybody thinks like I'm just gonna move there. It's gonna be cracking.
Yeah.
As soon as I get there, they're gonna see my talent.
Yeah.
And then you walk in a room and everybody's talented.
For sure.
And everybody already knows each other.
For sure.
And everybody has their relationships, and you kind of gotta play catch up in that whole process. And people don't understand the moving back home. Some people never come back
At all.
Yeah.
right? It's a different type of humility to sleep on someone's couch
For sure.
when you're just trying to be in that room and trying to
Yeah.
figure it out because you're so focused on your career. And I think that part gets bypassed so much in the conversations that people have about the journey, about what it took to get to these spaces.
If you want to speak about R&B, I was out here fucking Fallage. You know what I'm saying? I was out here fucking.
Okay, we here now, baby.
Them couches,
Yeah,
I was on.
room and
I had
board.
to fuck to get there.
Yeah, room and board.
Yeah, room and board. Yeah, for sure. That's just facts. For a little while.
Make the money. Don't let the money make you. Okay, let's get into it.
Selling my body. I was out here selling my body.
Let's get into
Did the girl ever tell you your Uber's waiting?
No.
They let you stay.
They let me stay
Okay,
for sure.
all right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I would put myself on the couch and work my way to the bedroom. I would tell him for us to keep shit smooth, I should sleep on the couch. I was never comfortable on the couch though.
Right. No.
I made my way
You be
to
on
the
that
bedroom.
couch, tossing and turning like a motherfucker.
hell of a
Night
game.
two.
Hell of a game.
Everything all right in there?
You everything all right?
Did you hear that?
I heard a noise.
They got
For
earthquakes
sure.
out here, huh?
Yeah, it's wild. Okay.
For sure.
I'm just checking on you. Listen, my move back, which is funny.
Oh man.
My move back was moving to Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah.
That was my move
Different
back.
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm not going home.
Facts.
Not. And this is after a hit record.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? This is after videos with Baby. You know what I'm saying? Stunning
In
them.
relation, so people can understand, how far is that from Hollywood?
Rancho Cucamonga in traffic about an hour and a half.
It's always
Do y'all know
traffic.
where Uncle Elroy used to live?
Yeah, right.
He was the king.
He was the king. He was the king.
So it was Tank.
It was
Uncle
Tank
Elroy.
Uncle Elroy, yeah. He was the king before I
and
got
Baby
there.
Joker in them.
For
His-
sure.
yeah, he was the king before I got there. His vibe had kind of dwindled down, and I kind of went in there and took over. But I had to get to an affordable space.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Because my paper had ran out, and
Facts.
I didn't have a car.
Wait,
So-
you was in Rancho with no car?
I didn't have a car. My car went bad on me, so I had rented a Lincoln Town car, and then money was getting real low. So it was to the point to where I was putting gas in the tank from changing the ashtray
Yeah.
while they were looking for their rental car. Hey man, when you gonna bring that back?
Oh, you stole a rental.
Yeah.
I'ma holler at you,
Okay.
How long did you have it?
sir. We need
How
that car
long did you
back.
have a
He
hot
thought it was a
rental?
library book.
As we would call it where I'm from, how long did you have a dope fiend rental?
So, come find
She
me.
was the actual dope fiend.
I was come find me if you want your car.
They never did.
Never did, because I rented it out. I rented it out this way, and we took it to Rancho Cucamonga.
That's all you gotta do.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
really stole a car.
Stole
He
the
didn't
car.
steal it. He gave it back eventually.
I eventually gave it back. I borrowed it, and then I did an old street deal with one of Fast's cousins, and got me a Escalade EXT.
Okay.
And then my uncle, who was fresh out of prison, I moved him in, and then he stole my. It's a lot of stuff that goes into that, but all this to say is the move back is real.
It is real.
when you're
It's
trying to
real.
figure it out.
And I've thought about that. You know, when we first moved out here, we were in like Topanga, Winnetka area, which was no car out there.
Y'all didn't have a car.
I didn't have a car.
Mike didn't either.
Mike had a car.
No.
Mike had a 3 Series BMW that he
I
brought from
remember,
Jersey.
I
It was
remember
definitely
picking
his
Mike
car.
up. Maybe
And Brian
the
made you
car
pick
went
him up because
bad.
he was embarrassed of the car. But he definitely had a car. They had cars at least. Believe me, because I was envious, nigga. I had no car. I was like, these niggas can go places. This is
I'm
crazy.
just wait
Yeah.
here till they get back.
Yeah, no. Then when I came back out here, though, end up putting together a plan. I was working randomly. I have so many random connections with my life and degrees or something. I was working randomly with Joe Simpson. Jessica Simpson's
Simpson
dad.
daddy?
Yeah. I was
Okay,
working with
okay.
them and Ryan Cabrera and the artist I was managing named Chris August at the time, and all these different people working out this house and kind of work with them. And that's where I met Drama, who was Rob's cousin. And he was trying to do a production company.
For people who don't know who Rob is.
Rob
'cause you know,
Dyrdek. I do a
the
show
Rob-
called
the Rob I was
Ridiculousness.
going to say, it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing
Di-
Really only
different,
one
yeah.
Rob.
No,
So
no,
you
Rob's
talking about the other
gone.
Rob. Okay.
Rob's gone.
that's
okay.
good.
Yeah, Rob's
Anyway, let's keep going.
But yeah, Rob Dyrdek from the show Ridiculousness and Robin Big.
Come on, man. Don't skip over that.
Fantasy
Don't
Factory.
skip over that. Yeah.
That man has done great things.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has. He's done amazing things. But yeah, I ended up helping Drama put together his publishing and production company. Was in the studio
Because he was a producer.
He was trying to produce.
Yeah.
He was, he had producers.
Fantasy
I had found
Factory,
producers
the
under
whole
him
thing,
that were going to be under. So that was like C4 and Bongo. And there was a dude, Cam Wallace. I don't know if you guys remember Cam Wallace, but had these different producers under him and stuff. And Rob had just came to like 2 studio sessions randomly, and was just like, could he talk to me after the second studio session?
You don't know him at this point.
I don't know him from a hole in the wall. I know, of course, we're in his building.
Right.
The Fantasy
y'all at
Factory.
Fantasy Factory at that
Because the
time.
studio's in the Fantasy Factory.
Yeah, I came out there.
I don't know him at all. I knew a lot of people already, because one of the things I did take from Troy Taylor was nurturing relationships. He would always tell me, you got to fucking nurture relationships. Like,
Did you invite me down there to see
1,000%. Yeah. 1,000%.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah. 1,000%. Yeah, I invited you know what's funny? I have lived multiple lives that I've invited people and had people who I've had connection with through music who didn't even remember me from music. They remember me as Steelo.
Right.
Steelo Brim from me and Dallas. I've known Dallas for years, and when we reconnected, I was at his office one day actually playing him some records from C4 and some other people, and he was like, "Nigga, I've been watching this show. It's this dude who looked just like you on that shit." And I was like, "Oh, word, what show?" And he was like, "It's a new one called Ridiculousness." He was like, "But his name's Steelo, because my name's Sterling." And I was like, "Nigga, that is me. What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Nigga, I thought." And y'all sound but I didn't know for sure. So it's just always interesting to see people not connected to. But Rob had just pulled me to the side and was like, "Hey man, you funny as hell. We should do a show together." Just like that, on some Varnell Hill shit. On some if you was out there, you could be on my show, man. Yeah, and I was like, cool. I didn't believe him.
At this point, does he have Robin Big?
Robin Big is already out.
Okay, they already cracked.
We're in Fantasy Factory. So I already know he has another show already out. So I know that he is capable. But I don't know how his setup is. I don't know if he already got a deal for another show. I don't know if he's just going to pitch himself. If he's just believing this is going to happen. And I didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? He could just say this to everybody that walked through. I don't fucking know. But 3 months went by. I told him I wanted to do the show. I was interested. Cool. 3 months went by. Didn't know him. I got a call from a random number. He's like, "Yeah." That's how he calls everybody. "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, this is Rob Dyrdek." I think somebody playing on my phone. I'm like, "All right, cool. Who is this for real?" It says, "Rob, that show I mentioned to you." So after he said that, I knew it was him. He was like, "That show I mentioned to you, we start tomorrow at 10 a.m. Can you be there?"
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear. And I was like, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I went into the pilot. We shot the pilot. I was horrible. And there was an order of speaking because it was him, and there was Drama, and there was Chanel, and they were already on television. And I'm the only black dude, so I'm like, I'm gonna just shut up. I don't know what y'all's setup is here. But I was like letting them talk about the videos and different things.
Yeah.
I wasn't amazing on the pilot. MTV even told Rob, like, "Hey, he wasn't that fucking good. Like, this is a dude you brought in."
Right.
And he was like, "Trust me, I gotta let him know that this is his show just as much as mine, and we gonna work this out because he's hilarious. You just don't know." And really vouched for me, which ain't nothing but God, because I didn't know homie at all.
Right.
And
so being black saved you.
Being black saved me, you know what I'm saying? They already had Big
The show
Black
was too
before.
white.
Big Black wasn't around no more. They needed a black dude.
Yeah.
He didn't need that much.
Yeah,
He didn't
affirmative
need
action.
Yeah. But that definitely helped out a lot. And now we knocked it out, and now we're over 1,000 episodes in.
That's crazy.
Season 29 is being filmed right now.
Over
We're looking to
1,000
go for many more thousands. I can say that on the record. Yeah. We're trying to, do it till we die, I guess.
That's dope,
I
bro.
just keep hearing bag. I keep hearing.
It's
Yeah.
R&B
All I
money.
keep hearing
Bag.
is bag.
Bag is different.
Yeah, there's
Bag
R&B
is
money. Radio and broadcast.
But you're not on the show. You're not
Yeah.
just on the show. You're
I'm a producer.
a producer on the show.
Yeah, man. I don't be trying to swag too much on niggas, but yeah, I'm a producer
this
on
is
the
the
show.
place for
This
that.
is
It is.
I mean, you
I've
wore
been a
pearls,
producer
nigga.
since the
Hold on.
since
The
season
nigga wore
2.
pearls.
Come on,
I
now.
talking about I ain't trying to. Nigga, you got on pearls that are sparkly pearls too. So
No,
it's like
no,
some
they have
diamonds or something.
diamonds drilled inside of them. Niggas ain't really never seen diamonds inside pearls like that. So if we gonna stunt, we gonna stunt.
Yeah.
I designed it myself. Me and Greg Una, this is crazy. But yeah, like you said though, yeah, it's a lot of episodes, and we ain't trying to stop, man.
Yeah, diamonds and pearls.
Diamonds and pearls. Did it for Prince.
Shit. You know what? I don't have no drink, but nigga,
Yeah, just
salute,
just-
nigga.
I'm gonna
God,
drink mine for you.
turn up, nigga.
But here we are, man. I'm dropping my R&B album soon. Made that up right now.
I'm about to say, I'm about to say, you
Nigga,
gonna jump right into
I'm a
Javante?
horrible singer.
But you've
nigga.
done more in R&B though. You've done work in R&B.
I've done work in R&B
As you've
for
had the
sure.
R&B producers. I ended up working with C4.
You did.
Who did some record? What record? did
Next
C4
Breath.
do? Next Breath.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
My
for
single.
sure. Yeah, for sure.
Sammy was on that.
I've worked with C4 obviously, and with you. I've worked with Trey Songz, but I've worked with a lot of R&B people in the past for sure. EP Creed 2 soundtrack. That was
Nice.
something I put
Dope.
together. Yeah, that was the last I had really dove into music before I just dove again. But music is something that like I fucking love, man. It's like the reason I moved out here. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so it was not I wanted to revisit, didn't know how, but just being around. And R&B for me, I come from a place where R&B is cherished.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Chicago is super.
Well, most
Absolutely.
people don't know this. I know this.
Yeah,
Your mother's a preacher,
she is a preacher.
so that's R&B as it get.
Yeah, for sure.
It starts there.
She hit
there.
the pocket for sure.
It starts there. So I mean, you know, growing up in that type of household, it's kind of you gonna get back to that at some point.
For sure. I mean, when you think about vocalists, when you think about R&B, like I think about it starts in the church. I think
Right.
about some of the best vocalists in the world and people that I really think are the cream of the crop come from the church. So for me, yeah, coming from that, I think you're just around real musicality. You're around real like things that you're like cool. And then also being from Chicago again, you know, it's the home of Rob. But also, you know, Twista, anybody else that comes from there
Crucial
in their
Conflict,
DNA,
all of that,
Crucial-
yeah.
anything in that DNA of that music is gonna be R&B. It's gonna be
Yeah.
soul. It's gonna start with that.
Do you feel like, and because the church connection, I mean, I have the same church connection. How did your mother receive like your movements? You know what I mean, in terms of you being out here in Hollywood and the steps, and you know, because there's a lot of access there, a lot of things that are a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, I think everybody's parents kind of act the same until you tithe off of it. Until you make a little money and you tithe off the money, and they're like, "Oh, you made a little money."
Until you tithe.
You hit them back at 10%.
You get that donation
They
to
get a
the
little
church.
quiet. They get a little
You know what the
quiet.
Lord is really using you out there. I can tell.
I can tell.
Yeah.
For sure. Of course, my mom, you know, parents don't necessarily ever really understand. We all go through our different journeys. By the time that it is time for them to understand the journeys have changed for
Right.
each generation, you know, so like, you know, me wanting to go after this, my mom didn't. I was on a full ride at Morgan State as well.
Oh wow.
My
Okay,
school was
same with me.
paid for. My school was paid
Yeah.
for, yeah. And they were just like, what do you do?
So Morgan State is like the home of the dropouts that become successful,
I mean, that's three, right? That's
and then they
Kevin
just
Lyles,
and then they
it's you,
just
it's me.
and they just give y'all
Yeah.
scholarships.
I had a full ride. Dr. Carter gave me a world-renowned Dr. Carter gave me a
Yeah.
full scholarship.
Yeah, damn, I need to go back to school.
You made
Yeah,
this,
you could definitely go to Morgan State.
I think you're all right.
They waiting on you.
I think, I think you're all
Listen, I
right.
heard y'all was giving shit out around here, baby. I'm here.
I want to go back to the Creed 2 soundtrack
Yeah.
because, you know, a soundtrack is a real process.
Man,
Scoring a
Yes.
movie is a real process.
man,
It is.
People don't
You know what I'm saying?
understand that.
Oh my God.
That music for film
Yeah.
is a whole nother place than music for the regular the public and the people that just love records on the radio. Like, you're trying to figure out how to make it connect to this movie.
Yeah.
You dealing with people who don't normally do music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These licensing people, these sync people, and we have this scene.
Yeah.
Can you play it like
And it
this?
should feel like
Yeah.
Blessed to work with Ludwig. So give it up for Ludwig. Ludwig
Yeah.
is, you know,
Yeah,
he's done
absolutely.
Black Panther. He's done a lot of Childish Gambino stuff. He just produces for everybody. He does a lot of scoring now at this point. He's looking like one of them goats in that field.
This place, yeah.
So he was doing most of the scoring. We were brought in kind of to do the soundtrack and some scoring last minute too. We didn't really have a lot of time. So I just thought it was best. It was me and fam who were working on the project. I thought it was best to like bring in someone who could bring us all of those names. And the same way that I kind of work my relationships and work different things. I was like, we don't have time. Let's bring in an umbrella, somebody that has an umbrella of a network that can bring in different things. So I had tapped into Mike Will, who, you know, DJ is the homie. Tapped into Mike Will and doing the project. Mike Will got to actually produce the full Creative soundtrack. And we had everybody from Kendrick to Nicki Minaj to any name you can name was on the Pharrell was on the project. So it was something I definitely was proud of for the time period that we had as well to get it done.
That's dope.
Yeah, I didn't.
You know, we weren't on there.
We didn't get a
talked
call.
to me. He said it, and then he was done.
Yeah,
That's not even how it
I
probably
was at your
works.
house. We
Y'all
was hanging
busy.
out.
I know Mike well.
First of all,
Your little dog tried to attack me or something. I
That
probably
probably
some
was
wild shit. You know what I'm saying?
Just, you know.
What? Nucky. That's the little nigga name,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yeah,
his
see?
name. That's a nigga's name.
Nigga tried to attack me.
Get me there.
He telling me about the whole soundtrack. I'm like, man, this is so cool. Wow, this is amazing. We're gonna be on it. We not on it.
But I mean,
This Hollywood though, right?
It's so many more days for us to work and so many
Oh, yeah,
things
yeah,
for us to do.
we still alive.
Y'all don't hit me for nothing. You know, I
we
got
alive.
beg for tickets
here.
to Tank's show.
You
I
here.
will
Wow,
be
is
with
that
Tank
where you going?
on Tuesday.
No, we gonna go there.
We will travel
We gonna go
some-
there.
Is that-
Hold on, we gonna go there.
I'm just
Get him,
saying.
Jay.
Wait, cause the Brim family.
My sister. My
Hey,
sister
listen.
is going to have all rear-handed.
Listen. You know I love your sister.
I already know what's going on.
She hit me like family.
Meet him.
I'm here.
Look, if she kick it off like that, just know. Whenever she called me and say, brother, I say, how much you need? How much you need?
I love your sister, bro. Your mom, your pops, your brothers, bro. Like I'm fully locked in. So whatever they need when we in Chicago, we always take.
Now y'all be showing hella love.
Absolutely.
And my sister is
Absolutely.
the biggest fan. Is scary how much she loves you. So yeah.
I'm lovable.
You are lovable.
Not to niggas' sisters though,
Yeah.
bro. They get this tricky.
No,
and my
I'm
sister a
tricky.
thug, nigga.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
She a thug, nigga, and she be like, I love Tank. I be like, I never seen you so
You saw
so soft.
On phone them. I love Tank on phone them.
On them.
have you seen my earlier photographs with the bandanas and all
God,
that?
I've seen you, bro. I
Yeah.
follow your career. I'm a big fan, first of all.
I appeal to
I'm a big fan.
to the, you know what I'm saying, to the goons, to the church people. Like I'm all of those things in one.
Okay.
So
whatever
yeah,
say.
since you that's the segue for it though.
What?
What you fuck with in this R&B space? Cause Tank, come on, man, you got your segment. Well, you asked him real R&B questions.
He's
okay?
been around a lot of great R&B.
I
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
You know, a lot of great R&B.
Yeah.
We've all been in them rooms together.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Very cool room.
you have opinions. You have
do.
thoughts.
I do.
Yeah.
You have musicality running through your veins.
Yeah.
little.
You eat.
No,
at,
you
in
know,
the,
you
you eat at in the private like back kitchen at Delilah, right? Like you don't eat with the people.
No,
right?
you don't eat the people.
What are we
That's
talking
very
about?
R&B.
Yeah.
There's a private
It's a
room?
very.
Here we go.
There's a
That's
private
Here we go.
room?
Yeah.
Here we
Spike
go.
Club talk. Go ahead.
That room's not public to everybody?
Oh,
I'm joking. You see how I brought it back in?
boy.
But you know I've
Drilled
been
in
in it.
diamonds.
Oh, man.
Drilled in diamonds to the pearls.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if y'all heard.
I don't even know if Prince had that.
The diamonds are drilled in.
These black pearls
To the-
too in the
the
back.
black
I want
pearls
the
in the
ombre,
back.
you know.
Oh, it go.
You got to coordinate. Okay. Top 5 R&B artists.
And this is from. Oh, that's
No,
such
no,
a-
no, don't be doing that.
I can ask that. What? Okay. Is there an era?
No,
Okay,
it's you.
Okay,
Yo,
cool.
who you
I just
fool
want to
with?
ask a couple questions before I answer this shit. Do you mean is this just from like vocally, or are you saying this is from numbers?
This
Yo,
is
top
this
five.
is if you were grabbing some CD. Let's say if you were a CD store,
CD store.
you was at Amoeba.
Okay.
If you were at Tower
Rasputin.
Records,
George's music room.
you're at Tower Records, and you're about to grab your top 5 R&B CDs. Who you grabbing?
You at George Daniels' spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't
God.
stand by KOs at all, but R. Kelly is one of the top R&B niggas of all time. And I'm from Chicago, so I gotta say that.
He's the guy.
All the rape stuff is not my thing, but the R&B, amazing.
There it is. There it is.
I'm trying to think of who. Oh, top 5. Go Teddy.
P?
Can we go Teddy P? Yeah.
If you want to,
This is
yeah,
your
it's
list.
yours.
If you want to, I
It's
know it's
your
so
list.
much pressure.
I can't.
nigga.
Listen,
This
we
is
can't,
breaking
we
me
can't
already.
argue your list. It's
I
your
love
list.
R&B way too much to even answer.
Hey,
You
man.
have to do it.
Your 5 is
Yeah,
your 5,
but like,
brother.
yeah,
I could have
okay.
did you a Rushmore and only gave you 4. I can
You
you
could
5.
have. Okay, so we got Teddy, then we got Luther. Then I'm getting sexist. I don't know why I'm doing that because
You know, that's okay.
Because
Then who
Whitney
else
is
you got?
Whitney.
You can go Whitney too.
Like, why would I even play that game
That's
with her?
4.
It's so many people. This is I don't
just
like
5.
this. I don't like
Just
this
5.
list. I made the list and I don't like.
But listen,
Like, it's a good list,
You
but
did
I don't
it.
respect it.
You did.
It's too many people.
I respect the list.
I respect the list.
Usher would
You got a
right,
cold
I
ass
think,
list.
I think Usher. Like, I think there are so many people.
Pick one. You got one last place. Is it for Usher?
Is it
I'll
us?
throw Usher on the list. Why
No,
not?
not throw. Is it for Usher?
The list is forever moving. It's forever revolving.
Interchangeable.
Yeah, it is. It's so many people I
Rubik's
really like. It
Cube of
depends on the
greatness.
moment
This is
and
very
the,
political.
the
bro.
Yeah.
I am.
And this is not
That's how
a
I keep my
political
job.
podcast.
No.
Your show is called Ridiculousness.
It's called
Yeah.
Ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Nigga, give us something ridiculous.
All right,
nigga.
I'm trying to. Okay, I would normally go Usher. I'm trying to think. Is that really? You know who I used to really fuck with, like all the way before he became a Target artist, was John Legend. I used to really love John.
What
Legend.
is
It became a what?
A Target artist. That's when your album at the front of Target when you're checking out, and your album.
So is that
That's
like
called-
saying pop
No, it's just like saying like I'm making music for
place.
for the masses?
for the man. I'm not saying the back.
Yeah.
The back
Yeah.
got bigger. For
No.
sure. Oh, I'm not. Don't get it confused.
No, this is my. Listen, I've never heard that term.
a Target artist.
Nah, I've never heard.
I
that
made
term.
it up.
All of my albums.
I also made it up, but it's when
If
your
my
albums-
album comes out in Target,
At the front,
place,
at the
I'm at the
front.
front.
Was you at the
at
front?
the checkout,
Yeah.
at the
You at the
checkout,
checkout
At the
though?
front.
At the
I don't know if you
checkout.
did
At the
checkout.
front with a thing with a whole
the
little
checkout.
setup.
we
I
talk-
can
we
run
talking
through
about next to the
checkout names.
candy.
I'm,
Placement.
We
I'm
talking
being
about next to the
respectful, but
candy,
it's
bro.
Kenny G, is John Legend, is Jennifer Hudson. Don't make me name the checkout artist. Tank, I love you, but you're not a checkout artist. They said check this out, but the checkout artist is the niggas that you like.
More safe.
Well, Mariah Christmas album here in July. This
They
is
more-
the checkout
That's
artist.
the checkout.
It's more
That's the
safe.
checkout. Yeah, it's not a gun, nigga. You know
I'm not safe.
You,
I'm not
you
safe enough
sexy,
to be
brother.
by
Pause.
checkout.
Yeah,
Safe.
You ain't safe. Yeah.
Safe.
Why can't I?
You're not
You don't
safe,
wanna be safe.
bro.
I've been at the front of Target before, like 3
The
times.
checkout though. The checkout is different. The
Whatever.
checkout-
All right.
Yeah.
It's different.
Top 5 R&B songs or albums. You can interchange.
Songs or
Songs or albums.
You can interchange.
or album. My greatest inspiration from Teddy P. Let's go back there.
What song?
My
Or
greatest
album.
inspiration.
Oh, the
inspiration.
song.
That's the
Yeah,
record. That's
yeah.
the one record. Albums. Should I go Sex, Love, and Pain?
I mean, you know, I don't
That's my
like,
shit, though. You know that's my shit,
You know
though.
what I'm saying? I don't want
I
to.
don't want nothing. Nigga, I started singing.
I don't want to.
on
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
You know, that's my dog. That's my
yeah,
shit for sure.
Jay, I've been out here, man.
Nah,
I
that's
know, I know.
my
You
that's
know,
my album right
it's,
there.
It's never at the checkout though. It's
not
called
at the
sex.
checkout.
It's called Sex, Love, and
Because
Pain.
you don't have no shirts on. Niggas with no shirts on are not at the checkout, Phil. And you ain't never had an album cover with a shirt on.
He
I
did.
have.
It was a mistake.
It was.
Promise that much.
And I told him it was too. And I'm the only nigga who's getting fired. I didn't get fired after that. Everybody else got fired that told him it was cool.
It was a mistake.
Everybody got fired. It was mostly my fault, but everybody got
Hell
fired.
no.
He was like, the nigga Jay told me. I guess he's still rolling.
You're the only one that told me the truth, Jay. You stay. Okay. That's 2.
You know, I ain't got to keep it in with the slammers, but TP2.
Yeah.
These are like these projects for me. Like, you know, Confessions is like as much as it's hype, it's Confessions. Like it's like
Confessions.
what are we talking about?
Confessions.
One of the greatest R&B albums of all time.
Period. Yeah.
I be like liking. Is it In My Own Words? I'm trying to think. Neo's album, the first one. What was that shit? What was it called?
Yes, it's something very similar to
In My
that.
Own Words or In My Words or something like
In
that.
my own words.
In My Own Words. It might be.
Nah, that first album was amazing too.
Like it's certain. I mean, those are not necessarily, you know, throughout history for me,
No,
but
that's a good
those are
five, though.
albums for me
Yeah.
that used to really be like, this album is incredible.
Yeah.
Like this album is incredible. Yeah. It make you feel something for sure. I can go back to all those albums too and still play those.
That's
albums.
important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
And I think with R&B, because R&B is so timeless, with rap, you know, it kind of goes up in the air here and there sometimes, and like really going back and playing some shit. But in R&B, like I believe you should be able. It is the core of so many other genres. I believe you should be able to go back and still listen and be like, this shit still hit. I mean, I listen to old,
And tap into something.
Yeah.
old records, and you like, yo, from this still go.
It still feel good.
Yeah. So,
We're gonna get to that too because we want to get to something I heard earlier. R&B Voltron. If you're putting in the ultimate R&B artist together, Like you on 2K building a play.
Mm-hmm.
What pieces do you take to build one artist? Male, build a male.
But I'm not like building them like a real transformer. I'm like this person for their hands.
No, you know.
But I mean,
I like her fingers, nigga.
But they certain their skills.
Yeah.
Their set of skills, like a vocalist.
Yeah, I got you.
Vocal-
Okay,
I mean,
but I kind of want to go
the fly artist.
vocalist. There's so many fucking vocals.
Who are you grabbing the vocal from? Matter of fact, I'll help you. Who you grabbing the vocal from?
That is so like
Tough.
Yeah, it is tough because there's so many different tones and different reasons you like different tones and like.
I mean, listen, you've been in that Teddy P bag like on a few.
I fuck with Teddy. Like that's my nigga. You know. I'm trying to think who like. Yeah, it's different. Like vocalists do different things that I just be like.
But if you building your artist,
okay. Brandy is a vocalist I really fuck with. Yeah, I just ain't gave Brandy a shout out yet. Let me throw Brandy on there.
There's argument with
yeah, let me throw Brandy on there as a vocalist. Where else we going?
Who would you performance value? Stage presence.
Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, CB is. I mean, I don't think necessarily that I'm making an artist that I'm like these are gonna be all the things you can check. This is a superhero I'm creating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, as long as we are all good with
Voltron,
that.
intergalactic.
So Chris Brown,
Chris
Brown. I
Chris
mean,
Brown.
what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
he
Everything.
comes.
CB is
Everything.
CB. Yeah.
Style.
Oh, style.
You have to market this artist.
Yeah. Cause I be keen on style too. I'm dressed bummy right now, but trust.
No, you do. Yeah,
I'm fitty normally, y'all. I'm trying to think of whose style. I'm like, yo, bro, be getting fits off.
And this could be from any era.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye then. Marvin Gaye had a slick style. Still.
And it was classic.
Yeah,
it's
some shit that you and it's like my type of shit. Where
it wasn't
like
trendy
he
at all.
smoked a whole bunch and just put some shit together, and he's just a fly nigga.
Yeah. He just was
floated
a
through the
fly
room.
nigga.
Yeah, he just
You
threw
know
some shit
what I'm
on. He was like, "What the fuck is that?" Nigga went a fishnet hat. That is gorgeous. I didn't know I liked that.
That is
before this nigga
gorgeous.
walked in. Yeah. So Marvin Gaye style for sure. Nigga was fly. And then where else we went? You said style. We got vocalists. We got performance.
Stage.
Those three right there can. Yeah, Brandy.
And you can sell an artist. with
Brandy, Chris Brown,
Yeah.
that. And Marvin Gaye style.
and Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some.
That's decent. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I feel
more
like
than decent.
Yeah, that's Chicago. Chicago, we say decent. That means amazing.
Okay, that means amazing.
That means amazing.
Okay, let me steal that there. That's decent.
That's decent right there.
Yeah.
That's
Y'all gotta
nice.
put an inflection on any other
That's
part
nice.
of the word. Okay, it's decent. What R&B song you listen to right now?
Oh, right now in this moment. I've been fucking with, Aaron Ray, my guy, been fucking with the Aaron Ray and Blast record. I'm forgetting names.
Fool
right now.
with both of them.
Huh?
I said I fool with both
Blast
of them.
dopest. I love some of these dudes that be dropping shit, but these niggas is nice.
Yeah, some talented guys out here.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's probably, I'm trying to think, is it something I'm really like, I don't want to seem cliche, Break My Soul really makes my soul feel rich. It feels amazing.
Yeah. Do you dance?
I love to hear.
Do you
dance.
Do you
House
dance?
started in Chicago.
Oh, here we go.
House started in
We was
Chicago.
waiting for it.
Yeah.
We was waiting on it.
Yeah, House started in Chicago. You
waiting
know
on
what
it.
I'm saying?
Pop it.
And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there is
What's
a
that rain
certain-
dance y'all do out there?
The what?
The rain dance.
Why you hate us so much?
I don't. I love y'all.
The rain dance?
That's what it looks like when y'all get in that circle.
Nah, and what circle? When we start footworking?
Yeah, see?
When y'all get in that circle like it was a seance.
hey, if he feeling like it, don't.
That's not juke. That's something totally different.
Nah, juking is is more
give us
dancing on somebody.
Okay, so Chicago, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
Now we here.
Yeah.
We here.
Yeah.
Give us the juke scene, the footwork, like, right? Because now it's like everybody who taps into Chicago that don't know, just everybody thinks it's just drill music.
Right.
That is
Yeah, I hate
that's
that
the
for-
thing.
I hate that for
right?
the city.
But that's for
Perception
the masses
right now. Yeah.
it's drill.
For sure.
But people that really know Chicago, it's like the taste of Chicago, the food.
Yeah.
Right? But then the dancing.
Yeah.
Right? I had to experience it myself and see it. I always make jokes about it because I can't do it. Right?
Yeah.
It's the funniest shit in the world to me, but I can't do the shit. Right? Break that down to us though, because like Tank, we both thought juking and footworking pretty
It was
much
always the same. Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing.
No, I
So
mean,
it's not.
you could be like, I'm going to a juke party, but juking itself was like when a girl was dancing on you. She juking on you. So
Okay.
or that shit just juking. Like that party juking. Like back in the day, niggas be like, that shit juking. But that just means like a certain dance. That's a certain dance. Footwork is completely different. That's moving your feet. Then you got like bobbing. It's a whole bunch of different dances. I think also what people not realizing is that the biggest rap dance record of all times comes from Chicago.
Of all time?
Of all time. That's
Of all
the
time?
Cha-Cha Slide
Okay.
from Casper.
Man, I did not know that was a
did not know
Chicago
that.
rap.
He from Chicago. Casper's one of the original rap like innovators and stuff. Like during the African Bambaataa days, he was an early rap pioneer for Chicago.
Uh-huh.
And then he has a little movement and stuff back in the day. But his biggest record obviously
Cha-Cha.
is the
The
Cha-Cha
Cha-Cha
Slide.
Slide?
Casper's like, yeah. So like, yeah, dance itself has always been within the culture. Like you go to different cities and everybody not necessarily dancing in every city you go to, or
Right,
different. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Baltimore got some good club music. New Jersey, New York, different places you go, it might be Oakland might be dancing, but like certain other places you go, people just be chilling on the walls or be in the club scene.
Nah,
In Chicago,
it's
that,
choice cities that actually have dances.
100%.
In choice places, right? Like the Bay, like you said,
Yeah.
we got the hyphy movement, so we
Yeah.
do that. LA, there's just more toward the gang culture, but it's still dancing.
100%.
Right? You know what I mean? Like it's still that, and Chicago has. So is that connected to the streets like that too, or no? Is it just
Not-
more so?
Nah, you could like it was probably if anything like you had your groups like House Arrest. It's probably a way to stay out of the streets. If I'm gonna be a buck with you,
Okay.
like dance, it was just partying. Like you would go to basement parties and stuff, and everybody just be dancing. Street niggas definitely dance
Right.
as well. I think it's funny in certain cities you can definitely
Oh,
be
for
around
sure.
street niggas and
No.
they are definitely dancing.
No, the
And you
Bay
be
for us for sure.
Yeah, also in New York,
Niggas be
street
wild.
niggas have the best knees right now in the world.
Oh,
These niggas
they do dance
do all kinds of
with the
shit.
leg up thing.
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, what?
What do they call that?
Them niggas will shoot
What they
you.
call that dance?
What you had
With the
when
one
they
leg
doing
dance?
this
Yeah,
Doing that? What
yeah.
is that?
What's the shit called? Oh man,
I don't know the name of
It's
it.
not getting started, is it? It's getting started. I think.
It's 30?
Oh, started?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
also like the thought of niggas doing a full
Full gangsters, though.
choreography,
Full
they
gangsters,
airing
though.
that bitch out. It's like it's beyond me.
Full gangsters.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, the whole dance movement was crazy. Me and my brothers definitely footworked. We definitely juked. That was something. That was a way. That was like a mouthpiece almost. Like you go to parties and if you can dance, if you would do that, like wanted that attention of like let me dance. That was your way of picking up chicks for sure.
That's the like when you talk about dance.
I don't know what you're doing right now.
The nigga marries a dancer.
Yeah,
No.
And now in his mind,
can he dance?
It's not.
he
not.
married the dance.
It's not in my. It's not in my mind. See, in 8th grade,
Okay, we going back.
8th grade,
This
eighth
nigga makes my
grade
head hurt
prom.
sometimes,
Yeah.
bro. With this
I
dance.
won that dance contest.
Okay, who else was going against you?
That
though?
was me. Huh?
Who was going against you?
All the kids from the hood. Everybody.
You don't remember
everybody,
nobody's name?
Everybody wanted song.
If you remember nobody's name, that means nobody was a good dancer.
Only thing in my head is songs, lyrics, and melodies. That's
Where'd
all.
you dance
That's
to?
all that's left. We was dancing to everything. I was 8th grade. What was that? Was Bobby Brown doing something back then?
Okay, oh, so you was really dancing.
Was it? No, I was really dancing.
You was getting
it
nasty,
really, It was
too.
really Running Man. It was really
Yeah.
Cabbage Passion.
Alright.
It was really flipping. I was the first CB. You know what I'm saying? I did a somersault on beat. That was me.
Okay,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know about that.
In hard bottoms.
Now he's the first Chris Brown.
No,
Yeah,
no. I'm just
who
saying.
saw
You
that?
listening
I'm
to
just
this?
saying. I
Yeah, I
did
am.
the flip.
Hard bottoms. Though.
No,
That's the other
I
part.
did the flip
'Cause
on beat
He was a
like
church
Chris
kid. He
Brown.
wasn't
know.
supposed to be
On-
listening to this music.
No,
he was
but
flipping to
it was
Yeah,
the
he
school
definitely didn't do
dance, so they allowed it. And then you know what I'm saying? Cut to my first single. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. You did dance in that
Hey,
video.
shout out that record. What's
No,
the
I
name?
don't. I don't.
You
wish I
showed me
read-
that video one time
No,
at the gym.
no,
I
don't-
probably did.
You was dancing in that
What
video.
I'm trying to allude to is that I danced in that
You
video,
did.
and I danced very well.
Now that's
Okay.
the part I'm
What
going to
did
stop you
what
right
did it do
there.
for you?
Huh?
What did it do for
That's
you?
not what we're talking about. The song.
It almost ended you, man.
Yeah, the song had a different effect, but
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't about my dance. My dance, you know what I'm saying, was my gift, and they saw that. Cut to, you know what I'm saying, another
They saw your
song
gift.
where I danced in You're My Star. I'm starting to see a correlation between me dancing
And it almost
and
ended
songs
you.
not working.
I was waiting for the whole wrap up of this thing. Every time you
Is it my
dance,
Another song.
you almost
my-
end
my
your
dance.
career.
It's my dance.
Is it my dance? I can dance.
Can you dance?
Yes, I can dance.
You still like do a move each show
Yes,
I've
I do
been to.
more.
I've seen one or two
Bro,
movies.
I can do choreography.
Yeah. Bro,
it just looks
you're
strange.
buff.
It's no seriously.
Your version of the dance is just bending the mic stand. Bitch is like, I guess. Nigga showing us muscles. I don't know if this proved, but nigga strong as hell.
I guess. If that's what he owns.
Man.
I can dance. I can do choreography.
Nah.
I can.
People can do stuff. That don't mean they should do it.
No. And
you know, it's like everybody like
for my
people be
last
like,
tour, I think I
have
should
a voice.
dance a
You
little
like,
bit.
People have a voice, but like that don't mean you should like always use it. You know what I'm saying? Like you could probably dance. I just don't know if people necessarily want to see it. You know?
You have a record that I just heard.
Yeah. Okay. Now you gonna diss me?
You have a record. No, I'm not.
Let's get into it.
No,
I'm getting warmed up.
No, I'm not.
Let's get into it. Fuck it.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is that the record I heard, as you said, you should be able to go back to R&B moments, and they should be able to, stand the test of time. Mm-hmm. And that Avant record that you sampled is absolutely, you know what I'm saying?
Renee and Angela.
And then Avant and Kiki.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
And now you sampled it, and it should sound dope.
Yeah,
It sound really dope.
I was listening to some shit today, like from a different artist, and it was a cool, like a dope little R&B sample. And I was like, damn, I think you use that super dope. And I was just like, yo, just timeless R&B. It's like, you know, I think we did our job on that record on My Love with me and Buddy and Aaron Ray. Shout out to them. But in the same breath, I'm like,
very cool video.
That
too.
record,
Very
thank
cool.
you.
Very cool video.
Thank you. That record though, I'm still like, that's just R&B classic. There's certain things you like, even, you know, you don't always as a kid, you would hear a hit record sometimes and you'd be like really good and wouldn't know there was a sample in it or that there was a familiarity
you just like the song.
that your parents took and was like, that's
that
what
was
I
such
know
and
that
such.
record from this.
Yeah.
Because timeless and classic music just don't fucking go nowhere.
Right.
So like when I heard that beat, I was just like, what? This is a
produced that
no-brainer for
record?
me. Rob Holiday did. Shout out to Rob Holiday.
Yeah, shout out to Rob Holiday.
Yeah.
Super talented.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That is fire. I saw you look at your cup. Do you need?
No, we good. It's a little bit in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure.
That record.
So for you, the music side, right? The artist.
Yeah.
The artist side. Is that just purely a passion thing for you? Were you just like, you know what? I got these thoughts. I want to do something, or is it? Are you, from your point of view, are you looking at it like, I'm trying to compete. I'm about to go all out. I'm about to be doing radio at 6 a.m. I'm about to be flying to cities I didn't even know existed in the country.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it just like, you know what? Nah, I just feel good about some music. I want to put it out. I want to just vibe.
I think there's a balance. I think of like, honestly, it's the first one. It's me really want to put music out and want to create for myself, but for creatives in the sense of like, you know, people project on you so much and tell you what you can and can't do, or why it makes sense for you, or what you can't do that because that's going to disturb this or do this. I've wanted to put out music again, whether it be me behind the scenes, in front of whatever it was. I wanted to dibble and dabble and have my hands in music. So when I like went about this project, it was really just me doing it because my therapist told me to. Like, hey, yo, just do something to help you release something that you never completed before.
Yeah.
I was like,
Black man in therapy.
Yeah,
Love
for
it.
sure. I love therapy.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Listen, shout out to getting in touch with your feelings
Yeah.
and your inner
I'm weak
thoughts.
as hell.
You weak as hell?
I'm weak as hell, but I'm getting stronger. Each week I'm getting stronger.
But as black men, you just touched on something that we kind of go around in our culture.
Yeah.
Right? As far as, you know, going to therapy, finding outlets to get these things off our mind.
Yeah.
You know, someone telling you should try this.
Yeah. Addressing the traumas, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we come from brokenness. You know what I'm saying? That's the origin of us even being here in the first place.
100%.
And so unconsciously, you know what I mean, things have been passed down, you know, from whether it be traits or just practices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just plague us just because.
Yeah, I have an argument that the latter might be a little hard to argue, but I argue that any black person here in America is due for therapy just from living here in America. And then on top of that, I would even argue, as much as this sounds like my Christian side and being forgiving at all times, that every white person should be in therapy as well for them living here in America. Like, we've went through so many things here that are not even within your household, not even within, just from surviving here, that you need to talk through or understand or be able to break down and be like, well, why is this thing making me feel this way, or look at this thing this way. So I try to definitely go to therapy. It's made me nothing but a better person, for sure.
I'm gonna hang out with you more now.
Yeah. Well, now you know I'm in therapy.
No, you said you're a better person.
I do think I'm a better person. I try to be shit. Yeah.
Over the years that I've known you, I feel like you are a better person.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I try to make sure that, like, I'm really leaving something behind. If nothing else, you know what I'm saying?
This is a new state.
No, it's a bug.
You got some Zen on you, man.
You got some Zen on you.
Sweet, it's the sativa.
I mean, it's that too. So, all niggas that smoke weed ain't Zen.
Hybrid.
Yeah, some niggas ain't Zen. Though. Some niggas still be tweaking.
Nah, some niggas definitely be tweaking. You know what I'm saying? Depends on what they smoking, for sure.
Yeah.
But nah, I be trying to, like, really look at life that way and be like, what am I leaving behind? What legacy? So even when thinking about that from the music standpoint, it's not even that I was like, this is a part of my legacy, but I'd be damned if I live a life where I didn't do things I wanted to do just because of society, somebody else told me that I shouldn't do it. Look, I could have easily dropped the music project and everybody said, please fucking never do that again. Luckily for me, nobody said that. I've got nothing but good responses, positive feedback, and then on top of that, I did it for me. So success. Whenever I dive into any project, I ask myself what success looks like on the other end. What am I doing this for? So for me, I'd already achieved success by just getting my thoughts out and just doing this shit, because it was scary as hell being like, hey man, you do this completely different thing. You do television, or you've done this thing over here. Now people that, most of my relationships I've had in music are from me being a manager, or me being this thing. Now to hit people up and be like, hey, can you send me some beats? Also,
I need some beats for me.
For me? Yeah.
For me.
Nigga, what? When I first started my project, I was lying to niggas. I was being like, yo, send me some beats. I'm working on a secret project right now. I'm working on some shit. And niggas was like sending me stuff because, a relationship with me. And they're like, yo, Steelo ain't never hit us up with no bull, so maybe this is going to be all right. It was for me. It was all for me.
You heard him?
I tricked you. It was all for me.
I tricked you.
But, as the project came out and people were like, yo, honestly, it's good as that. I've enjoyed it, and I've been cooking up a little more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's still for me. I'm not expecting to be the biggest rapper or the biggest artist in the world. That's not what I'm here for. I've been blessed enough to, I guess, get these dreams out. Dreams are expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
So for me to be able to even do this is a luxury. It's a blessing by God. But for me also to get it out, it's a form of my therapy as well. For me just to continue to release and create. I'm an ADHD ass nigga. I wake up each morning, I just want to create. So this is one of the outlets I've got, and it allows me to layer myself as I dive into different things. It just allows people to keep looking at you being like, we don't know what this nigga can do.
Mm-hmm.
And they should know everything. Right? You
Yeah.
should be able to continue to surprise.
Yeah.
And especially if you can do the work and you do it at a high level. Right? So
For
shout
sure.
out to the El Dorado excursion.
I appreciate
Shout
that,
out to
man. I appreciate
But
that.
we have this very important part of the show.
Ooh.
Very, very important part of the show.
I know he can do it.
I know. Listen,
I
I know.
Nah, I'm scared.
I know he can do it.
I was
I
never.
believe. I'm a bet myself something. But go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna just bet myself something.
So the part of the show is called I Ain't Saying No Names. Where you tell us a story.
Have a shot for this.
Yeah.
Grab that
for the
clock.
young player.
Feels like,
man.
he already had
he had one ready
These
for you,
niggas
baby.
is sick.
Yeah. Just double
take the
cup it or
cup.
something, baby.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. I was gonna double the cup right
take
there.
the cup.
do what you
For
do.
sure, that's crazy.
Right? Called I Ain't Saying No Names.
Yeah.
The story can either be funny or fucked up or both.
Okay. Damn. I don't.
The
I have
only
so
rule.
many stories.
I know you
So
do.
many.
I have so many stories.
I was with you, man.
I have so many stories. But I'm also like, what story belongs here?
The one.
I don't even know the one.
Hey, there's a few.
The only rule. Just can't say no
I ain't no
names.
names for sure. I'm trying to think.
Ooh,
Damn. Ooh, I'm trying to think of a good story. I like, no bullshit. I have so many stories just over the years of just being around.
Yeah.
This should be R&B based.
No.
It should be
It should just be a
fucking
story.
hilarious.
You.
You, nigga.
This story might not even hit. Fuck. If this story don't hit, I'm gonna be sad. Cause it's a story I
Listen,
got.
we know you're funny. You've been funny for 1,000
It ain't even
episodes.
about
nigga.
that. It's it'll go back. I can say some names if
No.
I need to.
No.
It's me. It's just me.
No.
You can't say any
The story's
names.
about me.
You can't say any names.
But you can't say nobody names.
I didn't do nothing like that.
Man, you can't say
I
no
ain't-
names.
I ain't
breaking the
incriminating
rules.
myself.
Stop.
All right, let me think then, because if I be incriminating that story, I gotta think of a better story. Because that story I had was just about being a broke nigga. That was it. Yeah. This nigga's face is hilarious because he's just looking at me like, yeah, whatever you thinking, let that one out. That's the one.
That's
nigga.
pretty much,
Don't
yeah.
overthink it.
Yeah,
Nigga.
I got a few in my head. I'm
But
like,
I got a story. See, I don't know if that story either. That's involved some other niggas I know.
Don't
Ain't
say
no
their
names.
names.
I know, but it ain't even like that. These stories, I like the stories that like they're funny to me, but they're not necessarily like. It was a nigga. I went to this show one time, right? My
Okay.
boy had hit me like, "Yo, pull up to this show. I'm having a show at this venue out here in LA." And I only be going to this venue because like the kind of venue it is, I'd be like, it's gonna be up in the air. What type of niggas gonna be there?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
type of whole vibe is gonna be? Are we set up correctly? Whatever. But my boy having the show, so I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna be supportive. I'm a good friend. Here I am. So I pull up. I get there earlier than everybody else, right? Cool, whatever. They tell me that I pull up to the back. They're like, no, you can go through this way. We're gonna put you in the VIP. We're gonna set you up. So I'm feeling like cool at the time and shit. I'm popping a little bit more in my hair. So they're like, Mr. Brim, we got you. All that good shit. So we go up to the section. And I like this nigga face looking at me. This nigga's so funny to me. But this nigga, we go up to the section. And it's this nigga that's like waving at me a whole bunch from outside the club though. At this like in this little door area that's in the back of the club / venue, and this nigga waving me down. I'm looking like, is this nigga waving at me? This is like weird. I don't know this nigga. So then I'm like, I'm gonna ignore it. Security comes over to me and they like, hey, this nigga back there say he know you. I'm like, who? The nigga said, nigga back there. I say, I don't know anybody back there, fam. Like, I'm just here at the club chilling until my homies get here. I don't let nigga know. The security thinks it's smart to turn around right in that moment. Turn around and say, no, nigga, he say he don't know you. Not even like walking it over.
It's a very dangerous.
That's
Nigga.
Nigga,
I don't even know this nigga. And he didn't even walk it over and was like, hey man, they said, they like, well, you don't know who it came from. It's me and him talking. He turns around and said, basically, this nigga right here said you ain't good, fam. And starts hitting him with this. I'm like, yo, fam. Like, I say to him in that same moment, hey nigga, I don't know that nigga. He could be crazy or something. This nigga could be all type. What you be doing that shit? He was like, my bad, man. I'm just letting him know. He said he knew you know. I was like, all right, cool. We fucking fast forward. The nigga is crazy. The nigga gets in the
He get in the club.
He get in the club because crazy niggas always find their way, not only in the club, but in VIP.
Right.
So this
a very
nigga,
true statement.
this nigga gets in the club and not gets only in the club. He gets in VIP and he comes over to me and says, hey nigga, I was the one waving to you. I said, oh my bad, man. I don't know who you is, man. My bad, but you here now, so we good, right? In my head, all has been solved, nigga. He was like, no, nigga, you gonna know who I am. And he says his name to me. It rings a slight bell. I'm a little street nigga. But I'm also like, nigga, I'm not trying to hit none of this shit. Cause I'm not like, for me, it's very black and white. It's like, you either pressing me or you not. So the nigga was like, yeah, nigga, this is my name. He say, ain't you the nigga from MTV? I say, yeah. See, nigga, you know my name? And then he was like, no, nigga, this is my boy step in front. He like, nigga, we ain't talking about none of that. You can move over, all this. I'm like, all right, cool, it's all dead. But one of the homies whose show I came to see is on Crazy Time. He like, no, nigga. So he sees nigga talking to me and steps up and says, hey, nigga, I'm with all that. All that shit you talking. I thought I had already de-escalated the shit. I thought the shit was solved.
So
over
we said
with.
one nigga.
I had packaged it up, put it in a suitcase, put it away. I said, oh, hey, that was close. That nigga said, not close enough. That nigga walked over and said, hey, nigga, we with all that shit, nigga.
Yeah.
All that Crip shit, you blood shit you talking. I'm with all that. I'm with the GDs and the foes. I'm with the Vice Lords and the
You
Moes.
start naming every gang.
Gang possible.
all-
I'm like, I'm kind of with him, but not anymore. I'm not with all those gangs. This nigga name, okay? I'm like, okay. So he's like, yeah, nigga. So all that shit you with, we with all that. And I was like, okay, this nigga. So they get to going woofing, beefing, going back and forth. I'm like, this is crazy. I had thought it was over with, and y'all niggas are doing too much. Then this nigga taps this nigga like, yo, they had, polyed it up. I guess they got to some kind of common ground. I don't know. They was in each other's faces, got to some kind of common ground. The nigga taps me like, hey, yo, Steelo, grab his number. He say, they trying to link for blah, blah, blah. The nigga who was just pressing me, why would I be grabbing his number at any point? This is crazy. This is insanity. I'm working with the nigga at the top, so I get his number. I'm like, this is crazy. So the nigga like, yeah, we gonna hit y'all later. I'm like, I'm not talking to this nigga. The nigga hits me a day later. Hey, I'm back again. Basically, that's basically what he hit me with. He hit me a day later and said, hey, I'm back. Yeah, nigga, we need to meet up. I say, what? Nigga, I'm not meet. Are you niggas? So I make a call to some niggas I know. Like, yo, nigga, y'all know this nigga. Y'all was there. You was there, nigga. You saw this nigga being weird and funny. But I saw weirdly when this nigga saw my dog, he was doing all the woof, woof, bark, bark, but then kept bagging up whenever my one dog walked up. I be peeping rooms, nigga. If nothing else from Chicago, I keep my head on a swivel. I watch what's going on. So I peep that this nigga is doing all this big dog shit, but become a little chihuahua every time my dog step up. So I'm like, if nothing else, if push comes to shove, I'm texting my dog tomorrow. So what the fuck is up with this nigga? And what's going on? I hit my dog the next day. He say, don't talk to that nigga. Give me 5 minutes. That nigga never call you again. Nigga gave me 5 minutes. I ain't never heard from that nigga again. And here we are. R&B Money Podcast. Right now, you know what I'm saying? That was a story within the industry, though. I ain't say no name.
No, this is a common story in LA of cats trying to press their way in.
Oh, for sure.
Or press their way on.
Oh, I know that energy. I stay away from it.
And every guy, this they city.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
This my city.
Yeah.
I got you. Leech on fast.
For sure.
So you gotta have a guy.
Yeah.
Or a few guys
that
to
can
help
talk
you
to the guy.
nip that in the bud.
Just talk to the guy real quick. Let him know I'm not one of them niggas.
Nip that in the bud.
He did.
Way to
did
stay
that.
alive, Steelo.
We did.
Way to stay alive.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Stay alive.
this has been the R&B Money Podcast.
Yes,
I
sir.
am Tank.
I'm J Valentine.
And this brother right here, man, with the pearls on and the diamonds drilled in, that's Steelo Brim, man. Make some noise for my guy, man.
Thank you guys for having me. My brothers.
Ooh, yeah. R&B money.